morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. Hope everyone's well. It's Tuesday night, and it's today is to debate, and I'm joined as always by Mia and Ellie. Mia, how are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm well, thank you. So I was pressing something and it didn't come up, it was frozen for a sec. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I've had a chilled day, so it's been nice. A nice chill out. It's been raining, so I've not gone out anywhere. Stuff that.
Good. Ellie, how are you?
Hey, Mia, it's a nice chilled day. Promoting the show most of the day, and I made an error with the time, as you ladies know. So I had to backtrack on myself and double my work. But, I'm doing it for free anyway, so I'm not making any money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the main thing is we're here, 7 o'clock, so there is to debate.
Exactly. Have you had pancakes today, ladies?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I'm hoping to make some later.
We had lovely pancakes. William had four big fat pancakes with chocolate spread he had.
He's a growing lad. He's a growing lad. He's all right. He has to
I don't know where he puts it, I swear.
He needed to pack up, didn't he? Because he missed out on all that food when he was ill.
Yeah, exactly. And he had fish and chips for lunch, honestly. He's got hollow legs. Let's have a look.
I think it's a boy thing. I think boys do have hollow legs, you know. My boys are the same. They eat and eat, man. I'm like, how do you even eat? And then I'm still hungry, Mum. Like, really?
I know. It's unbelievable. He's got a Cadbury's cream egg in his bedroom now, and I'm like, what? What's going on? We've got Theo in the house. Says, hi, ladies. Sure, it's going to be another great show. You're all great. That's why. Give the ladies a like. Thank you, Theo.
Big up, Theo.
Theo or Theos. I never know what to say. Theo or Theos.
Doesn't matter. You can call him anything.
Don't say that. Big up, Dave Caro says, good morning, all. Looking forward to the show. Hope you are well. GBC fans here as well. Says, hello, all. And also make sure you go over and sub to Mia. It's not a dual stream, but make sure you go over and sub to her channel as well.
Yeah. And it's on the promo as well, so you can click both.
There you go. Yeah. Click both, share both, do whatever you've got to do.
Subscribe to both. Tell everybody about both. That's the way you should do it. Share the love.
Send messages by pigeon or whatever you need. Through. Obviously, I haven't actually big up Talking Beer as well. It's just come in. Yeah. I haven't actually streamed with you ladies since Saturday, so I thought we'd start with the Tottenham Brighton game. Bad performance, good result. Mia, what did you make of the match?
It was a difficult watch. I'm not going to lie. I found that really difficult to watch, especially that first half. That was horrific, and I found myself shouting a lot, like really screaming at it. So I was like, "What are you doing?" We just allowed them to play their game way too much in that first half. We just let them do what they wanted and boss us at our own stadium. I thought it was really shameful of us to do that. Second half, we had where we were good at the beginning of that second half, but then we sort of dipped again and allowed them to come back into it again. But luckily, we got BJ and he done the job, didn't he? And got us the 3 points. So it was a kind of a bit of an ugly game. So on my title for my video, I call it the good, the ugly, and the 3 points, because that's what it was.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Yeah. What about you, Ellie? What did you make of it? Obviously, Ben was saying when you're at the game, you see a completely different match. So, what did you make of it?
I can't really spin a yarn to make it any better than Mia's painted it, but because I was with Phil P and he was like energy, and then on the pitch there was no energy. It was like they were all static. They weren't moving. The only one who was moving was Werner, and they weren't finding him again. Well, they found him a few times, but not enough in my book. And then we just sort of let them dictate all the play. In the second half, the first 10-15 minutes, we were good. Kulu come into his own, started playing like he should play for most of the match. And then he took him off and we lost all impotence again. But listen, we got it over the line. That's the main thing. The 3 points are going to show up on the board. So we have to put this one behind us and hopefully they can come out in the next match and play a lot better and get the 3 points.
Yeah. Big up Ulala, who's just come in. And also Jimbo, who's been a member for 3 months. Big up Jimbo. I mean, I agree with you, Mia. I thought it was a really difficult watch. It wasn't what I would call an enjoyable game. And it wasn't one I felt comfortable watching at any point. I never really thought we were going to score. But I do think Sonny made a massive difference when he come on, not just because he's such a good player, but I think he brings that energy and that lift to the team, to the crowd, to everything. I think it shows how much we agree. He made the difference for me.
I'll tell you who didn't make a difference is that bloody Højbjerg. I just looked at his stats, right? Do you know that he only had 15 touches and he gave the ball away 4 of the times that he bloody touched it? Bloody useless.
That's better than he's usually been doing.
Because percentage-wise, that's actually a high percentage of the time that he's lost the ball.
True. I'll give you that, Mia. I can't argue against that. But he's been off form. He really has been up, especially his passing. But he did do really one good ball, I must add, to Brennan Johnson.
And then he fell over the ball.
That's all he really contributed, isn't it?
But then saying that,
I don't have a word with him because he's making my life a misery.
Do you know what, though? To be fair, Bentancur wasn't much better. Bentancur was useless. I thought
he was awful.
He was awful. But I said I would drop him in this game, and everyone was like, "What? You're going to drop Benny?" I said, "Yeah, I would drop Benny. 100%. I'll drop him." So to be honest, I would have played Basuma rather than than Benny, and obviously the man that might as well have one leg because he's just absolutely useless in Højbjerg. So
at the end of the day, he has played a lot better than that. And when he's come off the bench, we've won matches and drawn matches. So we haven't really.
Yeah, but not because of him. It's in despite of him being on the pitch.
He does a lot of good work off
falling over. Yeah, he does a lot of falling over.
Off the ball, he was quite good because he was harrying them to make that quicker pass to put them off their game. So it's I'm not going to defend him because he was rubbish. I mean, I can only say he was rubbish. He's been rubbish all season, bloody idiot.
Yeah, because he doesn't suit our system. It's because he doesn't suit our system. He needs to go.
He still pass the bloody ball better.
You're only supposed to pass the bloody ball.
The stupid
big up.
Anyway, let's move on from Højbjerg. We'll be here all night.
Thank you, Jim, for the super chat. Says, "Hi, you sweet gorgeous ladies. You make YouTube brighter." Bless you.
Yeah, we do.
Big up Daniel Sandoval. Hope you're well.
One love.
Kim says, "Evening, Kate, Mia, lovely ladies. The bench was the difference for us getting the win as we could bring on energy and quality. It was the first time this season we could do this." Yep.
Yeah.
Ian Barron's in the house says, "You can't beat fresh bedding. I've changed and washed my bedding, turned my mattress, sprayed my mattress, duvet and pillows with bleach spray, and it smells so fresh. Ladies, little tip for you." Thank you for that, Ian.
Oh,
Ian, I will put bleach where I'm going to sleep. I'm not being funny, but you can use other spray, like there's
or something.
Even a bit of like a very like mild disinfectant, like one of the nice ones you can probably put on there. But I wouldn't put bleach near where I'm sleeping.
No.
Move on from Højbjerg. It's boring.
I was actually giving it to Richarlison when I spoke straight. I went on Leo's show on Sunday because I thought Richarlison was horrendous for me.
I don't think he was that bad. I thought he was okay. I thought that second half, I thought he worked quite hard. And I thought that they weren't getting the ball to him, if I'm honest. I don't think it was particularly his fault. I think he worked hard off the ball. I don't know if I'm wrong, Ellie, if you agree, but I don't think he was awful.
I said to you on the after it, I said that he played okay. He made himself a nuisance like he normally does. But look, he made a really good pass to Sonny. That's the main thing. You look for little niches in the game, and he contributed it to that goal. So you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. But his general play was okay. It was nothing to write home about. But that's what you get with Richarlison. He's not that player that's going to lift you to that another level. But as long as he's scoring and contributing, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, me too. Joe, if you look at him on something like Sofa Scores, he's actually was our third best player in the statistics with the points they gave him. So yeah, I don't think he was actually as bad as maybe what you perceived him as. I think because he wasn't getting the ball maybe as much to him, so I think it made him look worse than what he actually was.
Yeah, I think I am quite harsh on Richarlison. I'll openly admit that because I expect certain things from strikers. Having watched Harry Kane, I know he's never going to be to that level, but I just found him so frustrating at the weekend. But Phil P's here. Woo!
Woo!
Come on.
And Nita's here as well.
Big up, Nita. I actually said to Phil P, he made his debut on my channel the other day, so he has to do that again. Get us Greeks together, me, you, and Phil P, the Greek army, the Greek army.
We've got a Greek in charge. We've got a Greek on Mia's show. Got two Greeks on your show now.
Yeah,
it's all Greek to us.
Phil saying save Richie. No, stuff Richie. Stick him in a pie.
No, what are you? Joe, I reminds me of the twits. No, when they used to glue the birds to the tree and then get them to eat them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Mrs. Twit from now on.
Funnily enough, I call Jim Mr. Twit because when he doesn't shave, all his beard comes out and things, and I always call him Mr. Twit. So maybe that's what me and Jim are. We are the twits.
And we're the twats.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'm talking about me and Theo.
That's right then.
I'll bloody bodged up the time.
Kem says, lovely meeting you, Ellie. Just Kate to go. You can't beat that feeling of scoring and winning the last minute. It was a mental ending. Yeah, well, hopefully I'll see you at the North London Derby, because whether we get tickets or not, we'll be there. So, Kem, I shall hope to see you then.
Kem's lovely, bless her.
Yeah. Who was your player of the match, Ellie?
I would say Sarr, because 3 reasons really: his energy, his willingness to get on the ball when we were sort of losing control of the game, and that goal that he scored. That is determination. That is. It was a brilliant ball by Kulu, don't get me wrong, but he wanted to get it to Richie, so he was unselfish in the first instance. But then he drove through and scored the tap in, really. But he took it well, and I just love him. I think he's fantastic for our team, and we really did miss him when he was injured. You don't realise what you've got until it's gone.
So true.
Yeah.
Mia, do you agree, or did you have someone different?
Oh, it's between Sarr and Madders for me, because I thought that Maddison was the one always trying to push us forward. He's always trying, and he always is the one that's got those twinkle toes and trying to actually do something, even if he is a bit frustrating at times when he goes right through the middle where it's congested and it drives me bonkers. But sometimes the thing is, he wins us free kicks as well, so he does have those feet where he's quick, and he does win us those free kicks as well. So I thought that he was much better than he has been in the past few games. So it's either Sarr or Maddison, but I've got to concur with what Ellie said. I absolutely love Papamatsa Sarr. His little face when he scored and he celebrated with all the fans. Oh my God, I just love him. I think he's such a sweet boy. And I don't know if you've seen any videos of him in the changing room and stuff. He's always like a bit quieter, and he just sits there. Like, there's a video of him sitting on his phone, and I think it's Basuma recording him, and he's like, Sarr, you're looking good, because he had nice trainers out and on, and like he looked proper nice, like all like dressed up, and he was just on his phone quiet, but he doesn't say a lot. He's like really sweet boy, but he obviously has got a really nice personality, because I think he's well liked by everybody as well.
Yeah. I mean, I would have said the same as you, really. I would have had Sarr. I think I know Ben, bless him, big up Ben, he's just come in, adores Papamatsa Sarr and is the chairman of the fan club for Papamatsa Sarr. And I've never been one who, I think he's a good little player and I think his potential is massive, but I've never been on this train of Yaya's, what do they call him? Sarr Toure. Yeah, and all that. It's just madness to me. But I agree that you don't know what you've got till you've lost him. And when he came back, we saw how much we've missed him, because he is an absolute engine, and he just didn't give up that game. And I think people on that team should look up to Sarr, because his work rate's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I call him Papamatsa superstar.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is a great player. There's no doubt. Talking Beer says, I follow a lot of different sports teams. I've never seen a fan base that is this negative. I don't think it's negative. It's just, I don't think anyone can sit there and say it was a good performance.
I think we're allowed to critique games as
Honestly.
we watch them. I think we'll critique a game if we think it's good or bad. I think that's fine. But where we are as in general, I think is good. So I'm positive about it.
Yeah.
We've said a lot of positives today as well, haven't we?
Yep.
You know, we're honest. You know, like you're not going to big up a team that hasn't played well, but we have played a lot better. So there's that to come.
Yeah, exactly.
I like what Ben wrote.
Yeah, but you're now.
I'm actually a bit upset about that because I was calling for Papa Matsar when Conte was here. So actually, I should be that one because I was always saying I want to see Sarr.
Listen, I'll give you it because you were all right.
I was always saying about
definitely.
Papa Matsar.
I've sort of warmed to him now, but you are the original Pape Matsar, General Secretary. I was going to bring out Mrs. Puddle Duck there.
Yeah. Good evening, Steve D. Lovely to see you. It says, evening, ladies. I'm never watching a watch along anywhere again. It's more stressful than watching the game. I must admit, Steve did message and say, come into the Irish Hotspur at the weekend, and the negativity in the chat was unbelievable. Anyone who thinks I'm negative only had to go in that chat for 5 minutes. The players were being called every name under the sun by the chatters. It was horrendous. Then all of a sudden, when we scored the equaliser and then the winner, the whole chat changed. It was unreal.
People have just got like this extreme, aren't they? They're one extreme or the other. They're never just like in the middle.
We're the most fickle fan base, but when we win, we're like the most fantastic fan base. It's like we're the best team on since sliced bread, you know.
Talking beer, unfortunately, I much prefer. They're not exactly videos I want to see. Unfortunately, for me, I'd much rather be in the actual changing room.
Doing the filming.
Yeah.
Drula, I just want to send you a big kiss. She's got this flu that me and Jim had, and it is frigging horrible.
Yeah, bless her.
Wishing you better. I don't know how you can even. I mean, I couldn't even have a light on, or I couldn't have my phone anywhere near me. The light, I was just, it's horrendous. But hopefully you'll get better soon. Big up Nick says, I don't understand why ESPN, FC and some of the fan shows are saying Brighton deserved the tie or the win. Their only goal was from a penalty. Yeah, and we bossed all the stats, although they weren't massively in our favour. We did have more possession. We had more shots on target, more shots off target, more clinical with the ball.
They had better possession because their passing was very crisp and their movement off the ball was fabulous.
Well, if you take it as a whole, but if you look at the actual stats from one half to the other, percentage-wise, their stats were much better in that first half than ours by a long shot. And then in that second half, they were reasonably like close-ish. They weren't that massively different. So when you put them together, that's how it ends up panning out. But when you look at them individually from each half, their first half stats were so much better than ours, ridiculously so.
Phil P says, Queen Ellie, tell the other ladies how well behaved I am when I'm cheering on the team, please. Is he a hooligan?
I heard he's a naughty boy when he gets cheering.
He's just incredible. It's like my brothers, but in Phil P, because he's got every single emotion coming out of every single crevice. And you just stand there in awe of Phil P, you know, because I'm very emotional, but he even beat me. And I was thinking, oh my God, but he's such a good fan. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he says it as it is, which you want to hear. You don't want to be sugarcoating everything. It's really shouting at the players, move on, you know, because they were static. They weren't moving. It's like they were dead.
Yeah.
So, Phil P, big up.
Big up Arthur Bushby says Arsenal will be champions. We will touch on that in a minute. Are our performances a cause for concern, and is Ange ball a myth? The reason I say that is I've seen so many people write on comments on videos and comments on other teams, other sites that aren't Tottenham. Ange ball's a myth. It's just playing of high line. There's no real method to it. Mia, what do you think?
I think that he has got a particular style because it's been known that Ange has got a style everywhere he goes. But at the moment, I don't think we're playing it fluidly. I think that we're playing it a bit kind of disjointed. and we'll get fluent at it when we obviously get better with time, and it will take players time. So I don't think it's a myth, because everywhere he goes, he's always played the same kind of football everywhere. So I don't think it's a myth at all. I think if people go back and look at Celtic, and if they go back in Australia and see what he was doing, and obviously in the J League, he did exactly the same thing. So I don't think it's a myth. I think that people maybe a bit disillusioned by the fact that we seem to be playing a bit more counter-attacking at the moment, and not playing as fluently as what we could be. So I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah, what do you think, Elly?
Yeah, listen, right, the players, they're getting used to the system, right? So sometimes they forget, because they're footballers, and footballers sometimes haven't got the whereabouts to where they should be. Sometimes they get out of position. But the whole like ethos of the philosophy of Ange is to invert his wingers. So you really got 5 men in midfield attacking, and then when you're out of possession, you go back to format, right? So the main thing is that they go back to format. Sometimes they forget, and it looks a bit disjointed, like Mia said. So they have to learn to make sure that they're disciplined in that actual philosophy of what Ange is trying to preach to them, so that it looks more fluid and that it looks more like Ange ball, because Ange ball is not a myth, it's a reality, people. It is, but we just have to tune it, and it takes time. It does take time. And remember, we've had a lot of injuries, and then we've got old players joining, who were playing the Ange ball early doors. Look, we've got 8 wins and 2 draws in our first 10. So that proves that it does work. So now we're going to pick up, push on, make sure the players are all versed. And that's Ange's job at the end of the day, to make sure that they do exactly what he tells them to do. So Ange ball is not a myth, people. It's a reality.
Go on, Elly. Spurs GCTV big up says, evening ladies, Ange's system will work. Team needs time to perfect it. Once accomplished, it will be too fluid and adaptable for the opposition. I don't think it's a myth. I don't know what it is, whether it's the players need to, obviously it is only a short period of time since Ange took over. I think the players have got to learn it and refine it. Do you think we still need personnel to bring in to be able to play it properly? Or do you think with our best 11, we've got enough to be able to play Ange ball?
I think that we probably need a couple of players. I think that maybe, although I like Richie, I just wonder if we could, or we will be getting someone better. And on the wing, we've got Sonny at the minute and Kulu, but sometimes Kulu, as much as I like Kulu, and it's not me criticising, he can be a bit frustrating. So I just wonder if we do get a couple more players in, it will make the system easier with the starting 11, and then have another lot of players who can come on and still play that way, but maybe not maybe they're going to be not a step down, but like a little bit less of a good player. So then obviously we still have got players that can still play that system.
What about you, Elly?
Yeah, and another thing about Kulu, right? Everybody throws the thing that he's a brilliant ball carrier, he nurtures the ball. But the thing is with him, right, just like a few other players in our team, in our squad, they haven't got the movement and the quickness in their game, So even though I do love Kulu, he is very frustrating at the same time, but he does bring a lot to the game, but it's not Ange ball. If you know what I mean by that, it's not Ange ball. Ange ball is to move the ball quickly and push and run. He can't do that, right? He can hold the ball very well, and he can bring it very well, and he can nurture it, but he can't move it quickly. But having said that, he has to adapt his game then, right, to make it more Ange ball. Otherwise, he's going to be a victim, and he's not a victim. He's going to be not used. He might be a bench player, or he'll be moved on, because I can't see past that, And there's other players in the team that do slow it down as well, So we have to look past that, and we have to get players who are quick, Kyogo and Hatate at Celtic that he had. They're very quick players, and Jota, quick players. They move the ball very quickly. We need more players like that to join Maddison, to join Sonny, who can move the ball quickly. Werner even can move it quickly. You know, so it's a work in progress. He knows that he hasn't got the most ultimate team, doesn't he?
I mean, so do you think Kulu, like Højbjerg, obviously I'm not putting them on the same level, but do you think he could end up not being a future part of this team, or do you think he's got a role to play? Because I do agree, I don't think he can play the Ange ball way, certainly not on the wing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a victim. Like, I think he's going to be chopped from the squad. Even.
Wow.
Like, we might even sell him. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't see him as an Ange ball player. He's a fantastic player, bringing the ball up. Yeah, he's got brilliant stats, you know, but does he suit Ange ball? I don't think he does. That's my own personal opinion anyway.
What do you think, Mia?
It's a difficult one, because at first I thought he won't drop Kula. I thought, no, he's not going to drop Kula, because I think he does a really good job protecting the ball when he gets back a lot. But he has done. So I just wonder if he is reconsidering that position, because I don't think Kulu is what maybe the Ange would like. He doesn't play the way that Ange necessarily would want to play. So we've just bought him because we obviously paid for him. So I don't know if we're going to sell him. I really don't. I can't see us selling, but I can see maybe him spend a bit more time on that bench for sure. And maybe bringing him as a midfielder when players in the midfield get tired, bring him on.
We signed him before Ange came in as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like I say, what Spurs 1961 say, I think he's got a fantastic work rate, and I like Kulu. But I think that when you look that he's being dropped and he is a bit more he's frustrating out on that wing, I just wonder if Ange might reconsider what he's going to do there.
Yeah, it's a big question, isn't it?
He frustrates me because I watch us play and it's fluid, it's quick, and then it always slows down when it gets to Kulu. So he does frustrate me, and I don't see him as a long-term part of this team. Certainly not on the wing. Whether he gets put in midfield as like a rotational player, I don't know. But big up to Revenite, to Leo, and also AJ who have all come in. Hope you're all well. Good to see you all. Do you think Bentancur and Madders are both fit? To me, they both look off the pace. But I don't know if I'm being overly critical. I never know, because I am an overly critical person.
I think for Maddison you are. I think Maddison's like this game he was a lot better. I think his work rate and that he was much better, and he was looking a bit more on like what he normally is like. I don't know, Elly, because you saw him obviously in the flesh what you thought. But for me, he looked much more on it, where Bentancur for the last couple of games has been really off it, and I've said he needs to be dropped because I think he needs to have that coming off from the bench. However, people are saying you don't get match fit that way, but you also don't play into form if you're just going to keep playing and not being very good. So I don't know really what the best thing for Bentancur is at the moment.
I know.
What do you think, Elly? Because obviously Benny's your favourite.
I love him. I think he's fantastic. But the thing is, before that Aston Villa game, he was absolutely sublime. And then he got the ankle injury on top of that coming back. And it sort of slowed his progression. And you can see he's not fit, because against Everton, just before 60 minutes, he just didn't have no energy left in him. And you need Benny to have energy, because he can dictate play. He can hold the ball so sublimely, and he makes things happen. And it's a sad thing to see when you see a fantastic player like that struggling for form. But it will come. It will come. I think it is better to start him, though, right? Purely for the fact that he needs match fitness. Because I know I've been a midfielder, and if you don't have that match fitness, you can't get into form sometimes. You can do little things that impress the crowd, but you need to do it for a longer period. And he's running out of steam. Even earlier this time, he ran out of steam, which is a worrying thing. So I just think we've got a lot to look forward to with Bentancur. That's one good thing. We know his ceiling is high, Kate. So, you know, we've got to look forward to that, because we've got to hold on to straws, haven't we? Sometimes as a Spurs fan, and he probably technically with Madders, he's our best player. Those two, they make us tick.
I agree with what Mia said. I think Madders looked better this game, but I still don't think he looks like completely match fit to me. I don't know whether it's just that he's a bit rusty and he's just got to get back into the swing of it. I don't know. But Benny, I would definitely not start him next game. I think an impact sub like he used Brennan Johnson for at the weekend. Because the worst thing would be if Benny keeps getting started and then he gets injured again. That'd just be awful.
I know. It really is, and it'll dampen his spirits. I think with Madders, it's just what it is with him. He hasn't got that strength yet. When Madders turns and he's away, he hasn't got that yet. Yeah, he's still a little bit rusty with his speed, but it will come. It will come. Another 2 or 3 games, and he'll be there.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
Wayne Bonner says Ange ball is like Birkinshaw football. It's like watching Spurs in the 80s. A few people have said that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a few people have said that. And AJ says, I think we need 2 quality wingers and a striker. We will be a force next season. Ange's system is as challenging for the top 4, and he's only been here 8 months. I couldn't agree with that statement anymore. They're the 3 positions I think we're desperate for.
You've got to look at it this way as well, Kate, right? We're 7 points behind Liverpool, potentially 8 behind Man City. So we're still in with a shout. But we have to rely on the other teams to lose points.
Yeah.
And then we've got to play them. If they lose points and then we beat them, we've got a chance to be higher than 4th. I'm not saying we're going to win the league, but we can challenge, right? Just like Arsenal have sneaked in there, we can come back from behind and sneak in there as well. So I just think Man City are going to win it though. They're just like a roller coaster now, aren't they?
Yeah. We will get onto that. Assuming we've got everybody fit, who's our strongest starting 11 for the Wolves game, do we think?
Yeah.
I mean, the back 4 choose them set, or the back, we've got Vicario and you've got Udogi, Porro and Van de Ven and Romero. But midfield, who are we going with?
Benny, Basuma, Maddison and Sarr, who I said I wanted to start this time. So that's where I would start.
Are you agreed, Elly?
I don't know. I'm like torn between Bentancur and Basuma, because what Benny can do is what.
But he hasn't been. But he hasn't been doing it, and that's the problem.
I know he can do it, but he hasn't been doing it. But he needs match fitness to get there. So, when you're sitting on the bench and you come on, it's not the same. When you start a game, you're in it, and you get your fitness back quicker. When you're on the bench, you can get a bit your muscles things up. And I just think Benny, if he's on form and he's got that fitness, but he's not quite there yet. So I'm torn. I don't know what it's so hard. But Sarr obviously picks himself and Madders picks himself. So it's a cross between them 2 of them.
Joe, what I would say is that Bentancur, I think that it's unfair because Basuma came on and made a difference, and Bentancur hasn't been making that difference while he's on that pitch. And I'm sorry, but every player has to hold the bench at some point, and I don't think he's not beneath that. Like he has to do it at some point. And so if it's his muscles or whatever, he has to get the heck over it because other players have to do it. So
you've got to think what's best for the team. Right?
Yeah, and that's right.
What's best for the team is to play Basuma, if I'm honest. But it breaks my heart because I know Benny, right, needs to get that fitness, and if he does get that fitness, he can offer a lot. It's something different to Basuma, but Basuma is a fantastic player. When he's on form, he's like he's brilliant. I don't think there's another midfielder like him because he drives through the middle. And he links up so well with Madders, and they had that brilliant understanding early doors, didn't they? And then he sort of went off the rails and made a few hiccups here and there with his sending offs and making silly rash tackles and being silly. But I'm so.
I mean, for me, I'm with I'm with you, Mia. I think Bentancur needs to be benched for this game. He may be able to come on and make an impact off the bench, but I think you've got to start Basuma, Sarr and Madders. I think that's our strongest three at the minute, at least. Jim with a super chat says, Ange ball rules. It gives me a tingle in my winky. Oh, my God. Honestly, this man of mine, I don't know what to do with him.
Well, you talk about his winky. I'm just
getting a tinkle there. You know what I mean? When it goes dead, that's when you got to worry with him.
This is true. Big up Ronnie says strongest 11: Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogie, Bissouma, Sarr, Madders, Kulu, Richie, Son. Now, who's your front three, Ellie? Who do you put as the front three against Wolves?
That front three.
You go with Kulu, Richie, Son.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Start Werner.
What about you, Mia?
Have him as a.
Do you know what? That's a tricky one because I keep saying this. We have seen Werner on the right. He played on the right for Chelsea, and I just think for Kulu, for what he can do, I just wonder if he'd be better off on the right and having Sonny on the left and Richie down the middle.
Yeah, I'd drop Kulu as well. I'm not going to lie. I think he's another one that needs to be on the bench. He just can't play on the wing for me. He just can't. Not in this system.
But he
and just imagine,
that 15 minutes, he hit his purple patch.
And he did. He did, but just
enough.
Exactly. I think imagine him being able to come off a bench. Imagine having the bench options. We can take Maddison off and put Kulu on in the middle. We can bring on other players on the wing. We can change the midfield to Benny as well. So I think having those options is fantastic. But the ones that need to be on that pitch are the best players. And although I know people give Werner a lot of hard time, I think that he's better than Kulu at the moment, personally.
I want to make a good point though. Right. So defensively, there's no one better on the wings. He's better than Sonny. Kulu, he helps Porro so much, right?
I know.
Something additional to our team, right? And then they've got Neto on that side, right? He's going to be bloody, or is he on the other side? I think he's on the right, isn't he, Neto? Yeah, he's on the right.
Yeah, so he's on the right,
the double side. But we do need some, because Wolves, right, they rely on their wingers, right? And I think Kulu, just to start him and then bring him off.
But Timo gets back. I thought Timo
he does get back, but he's not as effective as Kulu at defending. He's not as strong.
Yeah, but we can't be worrying about defending. We need to be worrying about what the best attack is, because attack's the best form of defence. Let's not worry about that.
If you look at Kulu's stats, his stats are really good.
Yeah, no, I understand his stats. His stats are good attacking wise as well, but I just think he keeps having purple patches, and I would like to see him just come off the bench and replace Madders down the middle, because I think that's more efficient.
We'll see what he does.
He won't do that. He won't do that. He will play Kulu. But me personally, who I would want is Timo on that side, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with AJ here. I don't think Werner has been that bad, and yet he does get a hell of a lot of hate at the minute.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think he's been that bad at all.
He works hard, you know, and he makes room for himself. He's very clever at picking up pockets of space, but sometimes they don't find him. Or you're waiting for the ball. You want to get the ball, don't you, so that you can start playing and affect the game.
Yeah. Nita with her first super chat, bless her. Thank you, Nita, but she didn't write anything because she said, my first super chat, I never got to put my message. I'm so slow and my hands are in pain. Bless you, Nita.
Bless you, Nita.
But if you write a message, I'll read it anyway. So,
right. So I'm just looking at Timo's stats. Interceptions per game 0.8, tackles per game 0.8, possession 1.5, balls recovered per game 3.5, dribble pass per game is 1.3. So his stats aren't bad defensively.
No.
Yeah.
Kulu offers a little bit more defensive.
I don't disagree.
I just think either way, they're both good players, right? And they both can affect the game for us. We just got to stop that little Neto, because he's a beast at the moment. He's been a beast this season.
Yeah, I wanted him.
Danger. I know you
I
did.
wanted him. Spurs GCTV says, question, ladies, do you think that we are now having to debate which 2 or 3 players to play in each position is a testament to how we have come so soon?
Yeah,
there's definitely more strength in depth now. I mean, I don't know what you think, ladies.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that before we didn't have these options at all, and the quality of the options are much, much better than what they were before. Once we get rid of a few more that are a bit of dead wood, I think, our options will be a lot better than what they ever have been for a while. Even when we had Poch, the options are still, I think they're going to be stronger than what we had even back then. Because even, I think if Werner goes and we don't get him, I think we will get someone else as well instead. And don't forget, we've still got Solomon to come back. And Solomon, I thought, looked really good when he was playing. So here's another option. I think he can play both sides too, if I remember correctly. That's another option that we've got, who can play both sides. And he is really good. He's strong. He's quick. He takes a man on. So when you think about the options that we're going to have, I think they're pretty good.
Yeah. Nita, I'm assuming this would have been your super chat. I'm so glad we've got Ange. Come on, you Spurs. I think we all are. Apart from Alex, because the box office, I think everyone else is happy except Alex. Can Timo play on the right? Yes, he can.
Yes.
He played for Chelsea on the right.
Yeah, he did.
Wayne says he'd bring Kulu off the bench for the last 15, 20 minutes to hold up the ball in the Wolves half and slow the game down. Yeah, possibly. I just think I just wouldn't start him. Moving on from Spurs for a minute, obviously Arsenal made a bit of a statement at the weekend, smashing a very poor. I'm not taking anything away from Arsenal because they were excellent, but West Ham were awful. I cannot believe David Moyes is still in a job after that. I cannot believe it. 6-0 at home, and they literally offered nothing. Is it a 2-horse race? Is it a 3-horse race? Is it a 4-horse race? What are you ladies thinking? And are you sticking with City as your prediction? I'll go to you first, Mia.
Unfortunately, I still think it will be City. I just think they've got too much quality. I think that they've got way too much quality, and Liverpool will be second, and I think Arsenal will come third. I still think they will, unfortunately for us. I think they'll finish above us again. But I do think that West Ham were so poor. Do you know what who I felt a bit sorry for? Was poor Joe Bowen. He was trying, bless him. He was trying his hardest, bless his little heart. He was proper getting I was like, come on, are you going to actually do something? And I was like, where's everybody else? Nobody's there with you. I don't often say bless him about West Ham, but I just so wanted Arsenal to lose, man. I was gutted. But yeah, I think that it's a 2-horse race with a little one behind them saying, I'm still here. That's Arsenal.
Ellie, what do you think? I mean, Jim's still saying Spurs are going to be top, but we'll ignore Jim because he's crazy. Ellie, what do you think?
Crazy.
Can Arsenal do it? Could they do it?
No. Straight answer, no. They can get lost, like Jimbo said. Right, no, I just don't think they've got enough. I think Man City are going to win it, right, because they got Haaland back. He scores 2 goals on his comeback. And they've got so much strength in depth. Look at their bench when we played them. It was incredible, right? They've got like Grealish, they've got Alvarez, they've got anyone they play is just as good as the other. That's the difference, right? And Liverpool will run them a close second, but I think there won't be much in it, probably about maybe 2 or 3 points, that's all. But I just don't think Arsenal, even though they looked good against West Ham was so poor. And every goal that went in, it was like a dagger to my heart. Flipping, they didn't even lay a glove on them, did they?
No.
No, I just don't think Arsenal have got the mentality either to get it over the line. Whereas City, they've done it year after year. They know how to get it over the line. And they're going full steam ahead now. I can't see anybody taking any points off them because they're awesome. They're the ones that we want to be. And every team in the league wants to be. So get lost, Arsenal. Go back to Woolwich where you came from.
Big up, Link Smithy Smith. Good to see. AJ says with a super chat, thank you. Absolutely smashing it, girls. Please like and subscribe. I watched Arsenal and I was blown away. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were incredible. And part of me still has this nagging doubt. But I actually think Liverpool are going to win it this year. I think it'll be Liverpool, City, Arsenal. And I think Spurs might pip Villa. I just hope Man United start going back to being rubbish again because they're creeping out. I know there's 6 points, but when you think where they were, they've crept up kind of. But I don't know. I mean, I'll never hear the end of it if Arsenal win it after calling Arteta a fraud. But I still think he's a fraud. Until he wins something, I'm not going to change.
You know what, Kate, right? They're 6 points behind. We're 7 points behind Liverpool. So there's not much difference. Yet we're sort of counting ourselves out because of the quality above us. Whereas Man United, they could catch us and they could. Villa's sort of dropping off now, aren't they? They generally do that, Villa. They sort of up there, then they drop down, a bit like Brighton a couple of seasons ago, right? But yeah, I think we're going to get the 4th spot, though. I think we're going to get the 4th spot. If not, if the others, you know, start losing and we can get in there, it'd be so cool. You imagine that? You know, if we win the league, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
All I can hear, Elly,
happening, but you know.
All I can hear, Elly, is you talking and Jim downstairs going, "Oh, Elly, no, we're going to win it, Elly." I can hear him mumbling while he's watching.
Of course, I want to win it. I want to win it, but you don't. We've got to really rely on the other two cocking up, don't we? We do.
So here's a question.
Got to win all our games.
Here's a question for you girls. If losing to City meant that Arsenal didn't win it, would you rather that happen?
Yes.
Yeah. 100%. I don't want Arsenal to win anything. They can do one.
Drew, I get what you're
saying. Will we?
I get what you're saying, Drew, but they were superb against Liverpool the week before as well. I think you've sometimes got to just put your hands up and say they played really well, and I thought they were excellent against Liverpool, but it made me feel sick. I mean, I just hate them.
Anyway, ladies, I've got to drop off now.
Okay,
have a lovely rest of the show, and come on, you Spurs, Phil P. We were there when Brennan got the winner. Come on.
See you later, Elly.
All right. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank
you. Good luck,
Elly. Big up Ravi, who's come in as well. Spurs will be the biggest influence on the title with City, Liverpool and Arsenal to play at the end of the season. Our form against them has been good. Yeah, we are going to have a massive say in it. There's no doubt about it. Even if, we won't win it, but, you know. Evening, Jimbo. Hope you're well. Big up, Paul G. Funny listening to United fans saying that Højlund is the second coming and a superstar in the making after 5 goals eventually. Yeah. Here he goes, Jim. Oh, Elly, you speak for yourself, counting us out. We are still in the race. Ravi says, question for us, which positions do you want sorted by next season?
Oh, probably striker, and I think someone to back up. Probably someone who backs up Destiny, I reckon, probably. And a midfielder, attacking midfielder as well.
Yeah, I'd like a striker and 2 new wingers. They'd be my first 3 choices. I don't like any of our wingers, really. Kate, quick question. Is there a way I can change the picture of Vic next to my name to Richie? Pro. No, there isn't. I'm not even going to do it for you, Lee. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, she's so mean.
I think there is a Richie picture if you've been, because it changes every month with how long you've been a member, but I can't remember where Richie is. But I'll have a look, Lee, just for you. Pro. I hit the like button and made me smell better. My wife approves. Good. That's the way, talking beer. Arsenal ain't winning anything. Don't like, don't care, do one. Big up to you, Nita. And Lynn Simpson's come in and says, hi, girls. How are you all? Good, thank you. Hope you're well. And Jim, the supercomputer says we are still in it. Well, if the supercomputer says it, it must be true. So, yeah, obviously we've got, I don't know what time it is. Do you know what time the game is?
3 o'clock.
It is 3 o'clock again, yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the game, Mia? Are you confident?
Oh, no, because I think that Wolves play completely different to how Brighton play, and they play with the way that we is our kryptonite, which is that low block kind of play. So I think it's going to be a different game, and I think it's going to be a really tough game still. But I do think we should win it. I don't think there's any excuses for us not to win it, but I do think it will be hard. Like Elly says, they rely on their wingers. We have to be on it. We have to not be giving the ball away stupidly like we have been doing. We have to have our concentration fully on and loaded. That's what I feel like we need to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's quite a hard one to call, really. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he'll start Sonny rather than bring him off the bench this time, and I think that could be the difference. I think Sonny might score quite early on. But yeah, I mean, Dekaru says Wolves are a dangerous team. We need to focus on this one. They are dangerous. They've got some quality in their team without any shadow of a doubt. It's a tricky one to call. I'm not sure what I fancy. I know Jimbo's going ridiculous and going 4-0. I think it'd be another tight one. You know, I know James Maddison said after he just wants an easy 3-0, and I said to Jim, that's what all the bloody fans want as well. But I can't see this game being an easy 3-0.
No, I think that Kem's saying it. That's another team that bully us. They're big, aren't they? All of their players are big. So when it comes to like set pieces and stuff, I'm a bit concerned because of what's been happening with Vic. So yeah, I do think it is a worry with a little bit of everything with them, to be honest.
Yeah. See, another one, Dragusin. A lot of people are saying that he must be frustrated, but I mean, he is going to get game time. But at the minute, we're only playing one game a week, so I don't see how he puts it in. Machiavelli, I don't know what you mean, or Marcavelli, sorry. Please explain. Wolves, they are a physical team. What does everyone fancy the score will be? Spurs GCTV says Wolves will be a tough game. They have a decent manager and some quality players. That said, we should have enough to win well at home. Lynn says Son won't get the space with Wolves as they're quick, physical, and can shut you down. Every Wolves game I've been to at home, we struggle. We will win, but it won't be easy. Yeah. I thought the Brighton game would be tight. We still need a summer window. Yeah, I agree with that, definitely.
Yeah, I do think it'll be tight. I don't think we're going to absolutely pummel them. I think that even if we did score 2 goals in the first half, I'll still be a bit concerned. I said the same score as Julia. I said 3-2. I still think because we just concede so many goals at the moment, we're not keeping a clean sheet. And if they get any sort of set plays, I feel worried, because they are really big and can bully us. So, yeah, I do think it's going to be a tight game, but score quite a decent score on it.
I think that, what was I going to say? Something about, God, do you know what? This is getting old for you. It was something about the Wolves game. Our last clean sheet was something like the 15th of December, which is actually quite worrying. I know we've had sort of Van de Ven and Romero out, but now we need to really solidify. I know that Ange said the sort of style that we play, we're always going to concede goals, but it'd still be nice to get a clean sheet every once in a while.
The thing is, if you look at Celtic, I think Celtic were the same though. They conceded a lot of goals, but they scored a hell of a lot of goals. So I get it, but I just think for the sake of our hearts, it would be really nice just to not have to worry and be a 3-0 or be like cruising.
Yeah. Good evening, El Dante. Hope you're both well. Yes, we are. Thank you. Lee says it's going to be 7-3. Bit like
what you want? Don't know what you've been drinking tonight.
El Dante says 3-1. Jimbo 4-0. We will have a purple patch and score 3. Easy peasy. Oh God. Spurs 2-0. Wolves 4. Tottenham 4-2. I'm going to go 2-1 again. I think it'll just be 1 goal in it, tight, but it would be so nice to just win comfortably. I mean, you saw Arsenal. They won 6-0. They started taking off as soon as Rice scored. It'd come off. And you could see everyone was just chilled. If they'd have carried on with their first team, they probably would have won 10-0. Why can't we have a game where we can just enjoy it and not be biting our nails till the last second?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that we need to have a few games like that where I think it just builds confidence as well. I know that, obviously, like I said, that Ange's way we do concede goals, but I think we need to build a bit of confidence at the minute, Kate, because I think we haven't got that. And I feel if we get a couple of clean sheets, that will give us that little bit more confidence.
Yeah. Did I see you put a video out earlier about Brian Hill leaving?
Yeah, it looks like the Brian Hill in the summer will be going. That's what they've been reporting, saying that he's the one he looks like he'll definitely be leaving. I don't think he's been used. I don't think Ange rates him. So yeah.
Yeah, shame. I think he's got ability, but he's just too weak, and he's just gets
He's
bossed off
too
the ball.
weak. Do you know what? I was watching something actually the other day, and someone was saying about we want Vic to bulk up. It's going to end up being he's too big. Like you don't want to be big because he's agile, but that's not what I think. Everyone mistakes when I say stronger. It doesn't mean you have to be like a Traore. You don't have to be like a beast, but you can still be stronger. And I think with Brian Hill, he's just so weak, isn't he? He gets pushed off that ball so easily. He just dribbles into his man, and no, like in the cartoons, no, when they hit the wall, they just go boom. That's what he's like, a cartoon character. The way he just like falls over.
Yeah, agreed. Yes, we do. We have 2 weeks off, don't we? Because the Chelsea game has been postponed.
Yeah.
Have they given a date for that? I don't even know when the new date is.
I don't think they have they? Not that I've seen.
No. I haven't seen it, but they've got their final, which is annoying because we go a week without playing. But I suppose it gives us a break. And Chelsea, at the end of the day, at the minute, Chelsea they look decent. I mean, yesterday they kicked in the second half. It looked like a different team, but every team's hard to beat in the Premier League. We all know that. Lee reckons 3-1. Richie, Sonny, and Brennan Johnson.
I'm not putting a bet on it because last time I used your bet, I lost. So
I know Richie's going to get a hat trick. Yeah, all right. Is that all season? He's going to get a hat trick. Dear oh Lord. Big up
leave Richie alone. Stop picking on our Richie.
I text Lee before the game ended and I put, don't ever talk to me about Richarlison again, ever.
Oh, no, you can't be saying that. Lee loves him.
I know he does. So does Jimbo. I have to get it from Jimbo all blooming day. Send Brian Hill to Ellie's house for some tasty Greek food. Yeah. And to Mia's. He can have pancakes at Mia's. She's made pancakes. I hope everyone's had pancakes. I think I'm the only person that's actually eaten pancakes. And they were yummy. Brian Hill, I want to go to Ellie's house for tasty Greek food. Yeah, you need to be buffer up as well.
I'm quite jealous because my boys went to my mum's and they had moussaka and she didn't bring me any back.
Oh, does she make it with aubergines?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Proper traditional moussaka.
Her moussaka is amazing. And I was so jealous that she didn't bring me any back. I thought she was going to. And the boys walked in with no moussaka. I was like, what's this? Like, where's mine? But apparently not.
God. I love that. Lynn says, do you think now Sonny is back while Son was away, Richie was your star boy, but now he'll be back in the shadows? He's never been my star boy, but I think he's hit his purple patch. But to me, that's Richarlison. He has patches where he's good and then he's not very good. I don't know if I might be really harsh.
I think we have to wait and see. I think we have to wait and see with Richie. I think one bad game. Don't forget that when we had Kane had games like that where he just didn't turn up. And that's no offence to Kane. He was our best player by miles. And he has been our best player, was our best player for years. But he still had games where he didn't turn up, right? Where he was not there. He was a ghost. So I just think you've got to understand that. It's not always as simplistic as, he had one bad game, that's it. We're going to write him off.
Yeah, I mean, I think I am harsh on Richie. I have said sometimes this season that he's played well and his work rate's been exceptional, but I just expect more from him. I've never liked him as a player. I didn't like him at Everton or before then. So it's just, I don't know. I find him quite underwhelming. That's that. I can't help it. He's just not, I just don't really like him that much. But Declaro says, my local Greek community club has a Korean barbecue restaurant I want to visit. Oh, that sounds nice.
Ooh,
Kem had 3 pancakes. Yummy.
Nice, Kem. What did you have on them? I want to know what you had on them.
Yeah.
That's a deciding factor.
Me and Jimbo had lemon and sugar and William had chocolate spread.
Yeah, it's all about lemon and sugar. Keep it simple. Yeah,
exactly. I've no doubt in my mind Richie will get a hat-trick this season. He's very close. Keep the faith. He's a star boy. Prue. You keep loving him, Lee. You keep loving. I haven't turned on Richie. I never liked him in the first place, I'm afraid.
No, that is true. She didn't like him in the first place, so...
But I hope he comes good and makes me look stupid and scores goals off the
lampshade. So do I, because we're all going to come on and be like, see, you know nothing. You're in the mud. You know nothing. You don't know ball. You don't know ball at all.
That was like me when I said Sonny will be a useless captain. I've had to come on and go, do you know what? I was so wrong. He's been brilliant. But you live and learn. Spurs, so the best things in life are free. That includes smashing the likes and subscribing. Yes, to me and Mia, please. The link's pinned to the top of the chat. Kate, I agree with you. Richie has really stepped up and has performed for us of late, and massive respect for it. But over the years, our eyes and the stats show that he isn't top level. Yeah. He's just a purple player. Sorry. I suppose, Richie is quite sensitive personality-wise, and he always takes things to heart. Yeah, I think he's definitely a confidence player. I think Johnson's going to end up being a bit like that. And Timo, actually. Timo Werner, I think if he could score, we'd see a different Timo Werner come out. We had American pancakes with bacon and maple syrup, and sweet ones with vanilla ice cream and Hershey's chocolate sauce. No boring, keeping it simple. American pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. I've never had that before.
I do the boys' American pancakes. I do them American pancakes, and I do the normal pancakes for dinner. So I do both. But I love making American pancakes for the boys with bacon.
But with bacon.
Nice. Yeah, because don't you have them? Have you never had American breakfast? Bacon and pancakes. Oh, no. It's so good. So
never,
good.
ever. There's and also a thing on the bacon.
Yeah, because the syrup. Because it's like glazed bacon. I like you get bacon when you have it, and it's like got a glaze on it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Oh my God! I need to have an American breakfast. I've never had one.
Oh, American breakfasts are so good, and I make really good homemade American pancakes. Are just so nice.
I feel like I'm missing out on so much. I've never had pancakes with bacon and syrup ever in my whole life. Chocolate spread, lemon and strawberry jam. Not all together, I hope.
Yeah, I think she means individually. I think individually. And what's all this chocolate spread? It's got to be Nutella spread. Chocolate spread. No, it's got to be Nutella, man.
I like any chocolate spread. As long as it's hazelnut chocolate spread, it's yummy.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the hazelnut one, not just plain chocolate.
When Richie scores the title-winning goal, Jimmy's going to give Kate hell. I hope that comes true. I mean, we've got a fiver that Jim said he'd score 15 goals this season. I said he wouldn't. But I'll happily pay the fiver if he does.
I think he will. I think he'll score 15.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I still don't think he will.
He's got time.
Love you, ladies. Have a great evening up Spurs. Big up, Ellie. Hope Angela is okay. Nutella with pancakes, fruit like strawberries and blueberries, lemon and sugar. One of those. Oh, and the bacon and maple syrup one is great too. Why have I never had this?
And Joe, what else people have is fried chicken and waffles together because the sweetness of the waffle. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah.
What, potato waffles?
No, like waffles, like proper, like.
I've never had waffles.
You never had waffles? They're like, obviously it's the same mix as pancakes, but you make them into waffles. Oh my God.
No, I've never had them.
At Creams, when you go Creams, you can have pancakes or waffles. Always get the waffles. They're so good.
I've never had them either. What is going on with my life? What is going on?
I'm going to do what I did to Robbie on you. I'm like, I can't believe you've never had waffles. What's this about? You're how many years old and you've never had waffles?
I know. And I think, actually, we've got a Creams in Lincoln Town. So Jim needs to take me and I need to try these things because I like the sound of it. Chicken and waffles, they are.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as waffles that weren't potato. I'm so confused. Pancakes with bacon, maple syrup. You have to try it, Kate. It's amazing. Everyone's tried it. What is going on? Waffles is not the same mix as waffles.
Yeah, no, he means like potato waffles. Of course, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about waffles, the one that you have the sweet waffles. Like Ben says, with the chicken salty with the sweet maple syrup. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. And are waffles, they're sweet, right?
Yeah, like they're made like pancakes, basically.
So you're getting sweet stuff with chicken. I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, no, it's good. It's really good. The sweet and the salty together. But then I dip my McDonald's chips in my milkshake, so I'm a bit of a weirdo.
Oh, God. The only thing I like is chili and chocolate. That's the only sweet and sour thing, savoury thing that I like. But Jim, you need to take me to these places. You know, he's been all over the world. He's tried all these things. I've not tried nothing. chocolate hazelnut cream from M&S. Well, that sounds nice. Pancakes is not the same mix as waffles.
It is. It is practically the same, isn't it? Eggs and flour, and it's practically the same. I would have thought. Tell me, Talking Beer, what the difference is, because I've always thought it's just the same.
Oh my God, I really need to try these. Sweet waffles, they're in the cake section. It's like eating sweet and sour. I've never heard of potato waffles, so fair play, Kate. They're bird's eye little potato waffle things. They're waffly versatile. That was what the advert said.
I remember those.
Yeah, my kids dip their nuggets in milkshake. Oh my God, what is that about? That's awful.
I don't think that's even that bad.
This entire pancake and waffle discussion is going so far over my head. I have no idea. I have no idea because I've not tasted it. Yeah, Beer, do you know what? I might come to the US and you can show me, because my husband's making me, not giving me nice food. Yeah, a lot of waffle is being spoken. I need to know the difference as well between pancakes and waffles now. So Talking Beer, I need your help.
Yeah, I want to know. I'm going to look it up, what the difference between the pancake mix and waffle mix.
So how do you make them? Do you have to make them in a waffle maker?
Yeah, Gula said she's got a waffle maker.
Oh my God, I might want to. No, potato waffles. Oh my God, I've got to get a picture up. They're nothing like hash browns. Hash browns are disgusting. Potato waffles. Images. That's a potato waffle. Oh no, that's eBay. I don't know if you can see that. They're just potatoes. Well, they're probably not even potatoes. I don't know what they are. But they're meant to be potato inside and they're crispy on the outside.
The only difference between the mixes is that one of them have more sugar than the other, and one of them's meant to be lighter than the other. That's the only difference. The actual ingredients, I think the ingredients are pretty much the same.
I bet Kate has never had a panzerotto. I don't know what that is either. Do you know what that is, Mia?
No, I've not got a clue.
Oh, there. So there, Mia hasn't either.
I'm uneducated, Ben. Sorry.
I don't know what that is. Watch Talk Sport for waffle. McDonald's chips in McDonald's strawberry milkshakes elite. I can't cope with them.
100% elite. Me and Lee, our food taste is so funny because it's exactly the same. 100% elite. And it has to be strawberry. It has to be strawberry milkshake. No other milkshakes taste good with the chips. It has to be strawberry.
I've never had chips with milkshake ever, and it sounds vile, but I do like milkshake. But milkshake's like ice cream, so you could just put chips in ice cream, really.
Do you know what? I have it when I went before. They was doing these instead of apple pies, it was like a chocolate one, and I said to the boys, "Dip it in your milkshakes. It's like ice cream and apple pie."
I can't cope with all these revelations. No difference pancake mix, but the mix is thicker like American pancakes. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think that was that different either. But American pancakes and waffles is very similar.
I actually want to get a waffle maker now just to make waffles, because if they taste like pancakes, I'm going to like them because I love pancakes. I've had a calzone, but I've never had a calzone.
I've never had it deep fried.
No, I don't like the sound of that. I don't know why, but I don't like the sound of it. I don't eat a lot of fried food. Everything's done in the air fryer because I don't like oil. But the difference between whiskey and beer, same ingredients, completely different result.
Well, yeah, because one's a waffle and one's a pancake.
I know.
I've not just been silly.
I don't think I can try that, Lee.
You've got to.
I don't think I can.
It's so good.
How can it be good, though? Because it make the chips cold as well.
It's salty and sweet, but if the chips are really hot anyway, you eat them quick. It doesn't matter. The ice cream's cold. It's fine.
They just sound vile. What about Chinese sweet and sour chicken balls? I don't like them. Well, I don't like any balls that. No. Let me rephrase that.
Hold on.
I don't like any sweet and sour balls from the Chinese. Jim likes them all, pork, prawn, all of them. I don't like it.
She only likes a certain kind of balls, not from Chinese.
Correct. Your Sarah says, yes, dip your fries in ice cream, change your life. No. This is the foodie version of Kate Asks, where you discover the world. I just didn't even know that sweet waffles existed. I can't even believe it. And I can't believe people have pancakes with bacon.
And chicken and waffles.
I've been to American diners, but never for breakfast, only for lunch. I've never seen bacon and pancakes. Yeah, do you know what? I think
Have you never been to Ed's Diner? Go when you go see your sister. Go Bluewater and go to Ed's Diner because they do American breakfast, and you get as much as you can eat as well.
Oh, I might do. We're staying down in a hotel the day because we're doing it in 2 stages. Staying in a hotel in Cambridge and then doing the second part of the journey. So maybe when we stay there, there's an American place there. Maybe we'll have breakfast before we head off. Because I need to try these things.
Or if not, like I say, if you're in Bluewater with your sister, go to Ed's Diner.
Yeah, we're going to a Turkish restaurant on one night, Hazim or something it's called.
Where's that?
It's a new one in Bexley Heath.
Oh,
I've been there. They go all the time.
Yeah, I haven't been to see there for 4 or 5 years now. The good thing about Ed's Diner in Bluewater is opposite is the Krispy Kreme's donuts. So you can go have breakfast and then go and get donuts.
Oh, yummy. What about chicken feet? No, I can't cope with that question. American pancakes. What other kind of pancakes? Well, they're not, are they? We call them pancakes, but they're crepes, aren't they?
They're crepes, yeah.
I used to love at Bluewater. They used to do these massive pretzels with cinnamon on.
Oh, they still do those. They're so good.
They're so expensive, but they're so nice.
No, what you do is they give you the sample. You just go round a few times.
So you get all one.
Because the fact is that there's normally one each side. So if you do it enough times, you get a whole one real quick.
Oh my God, they're so nice.
Ed's Diner's no longer at Bluewater, Ben. Oh my God. I didn't go Bluewater that long ago and Ed's was still there.
Wow. I've never even heard of Ed's Diner. I'm food isolated. Okay. I never realised just how different life is like food-wise over there. Yeah, you see, it is different. I suggest you try the shop ones first because they do taste a little different to pancakes. You can also buy the waffles half-coated with chocolate. Oh. Hello, Amelia. Hope you're all right, my darling. Good to see you. Didn't the chef from South Park have chocolate salty balls? Yes, he did.
He did.
And he told you to suck on them, didn't he? Try chicken mango and sour cream on a bun. Sounds terrible, but it's delicious. Oh, my goodness. Crepes are not pancakes.
Crepes, they are pancakes. They're kind of pancake because
they're just thin pancakes.
Thin pancakes. Crepes, I don't know what it translates out of when in French, but yeah, I think it's the same.
Oh,
yeah.
I like churros. Churros. Yeah, they're yummy.
Yeah, I made the boys churro like breakfast. So I cut all the bits up, mix it with the egg and butter, and then put it in a cupcake dish thing, and then put it in the air fryer, and then put the Nutella in the middle. Dipped in the sugar and the sugar with cinnamon, and then put Nutella in the middle.
Amelia says the Ed's milkshake is elite. I've never been there. And
also, they do Coke floats. I always go if I go there. Coke floats, man.
Oh, they're my pet hate. And they used to do them with cream soda float.
Cream soda float. Oh, they're so good. Cream soda are I love them.
Jim loves them, and I literally heave if I see him drink one. They're just the most disgusting. They're disgusting.
It's just ice cream
in fizzy drink. Ugh.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh no.
Cream soda floats are good.
I saw there was a recipe on, I don't know how we've managed to get onto cooking, but there was a recipe on this air fryer site, and it showed you get crumpets and you break the crumpets up, you smother them in sugar and cinnamon, and you put them in the air fryer, and they come out like, how'd you say it? Churros.
Churros. Yeah.
Churros. They come out like that, and you just put a chocolate dip. But I'll have to try that as well. Pancakes are thicker and fluffier than crepes.
Yeah, but what we're trying to say is that crepes is is a thin pancake, but American pancakes are fluffy, yeah.
They replaced Ed's Diner with a chicken place where the chicken isn't even cooked. Oh, that don't sound good.
Apparently Ed's is in the food court though, so it's okay, it's still there.
Yeah. Oh, a Spider, love them. Cream soda with ice cream. Oh no. I speak fluent French, spent time there. They're not the same. crepes are a lot of egg. Well, I like pancakes the way I do them. I haven't tried them anywhere else.
I'm glad you educated us.
Yeah. Doritos with orange juice. Oh, my God.
Oh, I don't know about that. My friend used to dip her crisps in a yogurt, though, when we was kids.
Oh, my God. My favourite Spurs channels are the ones that devolve into randomness. This always happens. You all don't have root beer floats. I've no idea.
No, I've had root beer before, though.
Oh, anyway, now I actually feel quite sick with all these absolutely revolting recipes that I'm chips with milkshake and Coke floats and oh my God. Mia, I'm going to change the subject quickly. When can we find you next?
Tomorrow at 10 a.m. doing my call-in for members. So anyone's a member can come and join me.
Excellent. And so it's your so members show tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Okay.
Yes.
I've got a feeling something's going on Bobby's channel this Friday night, but I haven't got a clue. Please go over sub to Mia. Amelia's saying chips with chocolate milkshake. What is wrong with everybody?
Oh no, it can't be chocolate, Amelia, because chocolate milkshake never tastes like chocolate. It's really gross. But milkshake has to be strawberry milkshake with chips.
I just think milkshake with chips is really just wrong on every level. But I suppose it's one of them things where you shouldn't knock it till you try it.
I've looked up what crepes, a thin pancake is the definition of a crepe. So it is a pancake.
There you go. I am back tomorrow with Jimbo at 1 o'clock, where we will be previewing the Wolves game and also doing our table as we think the Premier League table will finish. Wimpy chocolate milkshakes, they're good. How we think the Premier League table will finish at the end of the season. Jim will be doing one, I'll be doing one as well. And then Thursday is my members show at 12:30. So 9 p.m. here for me. A stream can actually make that one my first. There you go.
Oh, big up.
Thank you everyone for watching. Anything you want to say before we go, Mia?
No, just that you need to go and try this food.
I do. I'm kind of intrigued to try waffles and pancakes with maple syrup and bacon. They're the two things that are like triggering my brain where I want to try them.
Yeah, you need to. You must.
But I don't think I'm going to be eating chips and milkshake anytime soon.
Disappointing.
Come visit. We'll show you some good southern food. Look up Waffle House.
Yeah, every time I look at House.
Every time I look up Waffle House, Mr. Box Office comes on. So I don't know what if I'm looking at something wrong.
You're going to read Lee's message. You've got to read it.
That's all I get off Lee. I get messages that just say "prue all the time. I swear I'm putting Richie in a big fat pigeon pie. But thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to join Mia tomorrow at 10 a.m. for a member show, and then me and Jimbo at 1 o'clock. Let me just say thank you to Jimbo for his super chats, chats. Nita as well, AJ as well, and also Jimbo for being a member for 3 months. Bless him. He's on the phone, so I can hear him waffling. So thanks everyone for watching. Have a great rest of your evening. I think the Champions League's on now, and join me at 10 in the morning. And come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!
In Ange.